Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing another pick a card. Today we're going to be doing one of my favourite videos that I always love to film, which is your future partner reading. I'm also going to put some crystal cards on the groups now. So if you guys would like to choose with the crystal cards instead, then you are welcome to do that. So group number 1 is this beautiful clear quartz. Group number 2, which is the pink opal. Group number 3, which is the rhodochrosite. And group number 4, which is the blue lace agate. So if you guys prefer to choose with numbers or with crystals, then please choose your group now and let's get started. So let's see who your future partner is, who you're going to be invited into your life, and let's go. Let's see who they are. We're going to look into all the details, how you're going to meet them, who they are, all that stuff. So let's get started. Start with group number 1. Hello, group number 1. So let's get started with your reading, my lovelies. Let's get started with your future love reading. So let's see who your person is. So we have group number 1 here with the clear quartz. You guys chose this card of clear quartz, get crystal clear. So we're going to do some advice first, and then we're going to see who your person is. So let's have a look and get your advice first. Soul family, oh my god. I was not expecting that one. Oh my god, that's amazing. Oh, I might get another one just to make it even. I think that would look really good. So apophyllite, stay positive. We have the observer, and then we'll get another one and plop it here. I think we need just another card just to add some more advice here. This is the Threads of Fate Oracle, by the way. This one I'm just shuffling. So if you guys are interested, then that is that one. That is what it is. Okay, we have a withdraw. I feel like the one underneath is like really important. Ah, it actually says love. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. Whew, okay, so I'm getting so much effing heart chakra stuff going on right now. It is really, really, really intense. So for you guys, I definitely feel like you're working on your heart chakra. You're working on bringing in the love, bringing in a lot more attention to your heart chakra. And I just burped as clarification. So that's to do with you guys really letting your heart chakra go, letting yourself be more vulnerable. I do feel like as well is you're attracting a different type of person, the sort of person that you've never really met before. Basically guys, what I'm feeling for you is you're definitely getting crystal clear. You'll learn to really stay positive in terms of your relationships, and you'll learn to lean into more relationships. You'll learn to lean into more fun. You'll learn to lean into more genuine energies that really, really suit you. More people that are more on your wavelength, people who really vibe with you, people who make you feel really good. That is the sort of thing that you are bringing in. So you're also really observing your relationships. The sort of person you're going to meet next is going to be someone who feels really, really clear. They're not someone who makes you feel really uncomfortable. They're somebody who makes you feel really, really good. And we have this stay positive energy. A lot of you guys are really needing to withdraw at the moment and just not date. And when I say not date, I don't mean that you're not open to it. I just mean that you're not actively like seeking it out, because I'm going to do that and I was going to do that. Actively seeking it out, because at the end of the day, it's like, if this person is meant to be in your life, the last thing you want to do is force a connection. It's like friendship. You can't force the connection with a friend. So at the end of the day, you guys have definitely been feeling really, really alone, feeling really confused, and feeling like you don't really have anyone or anyone to really talk to or really vibe with or anything like that. I'm picking up the number 3 for you guys. So I do feel like I'm picking up on 2023. So I'm filming this in 2022. So it could be a year from now this partner comes in. I do feel like it's around your relationships and your friendships where things really start to heat up. For you guys, it's really about your friendships. It's really about the connections that you have in your life that are really going to cultivate this new energy around you. And I'm seeing like a circle as well. So things are going to come around full circle. And I'm hearing like a clock. A lot of you guys are feeling very, very impatient. You want a relationship and it's just feeling like it's never going to come around, and that's okay. At the end of the day, it will happen when it's meant to happen. It's just sometimes we have to just really listen to our body at the time. So when it comes to your relationship, the next one you're going to have, you have been single for quite a long time. There's a reason for that. It's basically getting you ready for somebody who's meant to be in your life, who's going to give you and add to your life. You don't want somebody who's just going to use you and take away your energy, someone who's an emotional vampire, especially for a lot of you guys who have basically had emotional vampires around you 24/7 and not even realize, especially if you're an empath, you're somebody who really takes on a lot of responsibility caring for other people. Some of you guys might even be carers or nurses or some sort of health person. That's what you do for a career or a job, or you're thinking about doing something more on the holistic or spiritual side for a career. So the next person you're going to meet is going to be somebody who makes you feel really calm. They're going to make you feel like lighter. So when you feel like life is really just bringing you down and making you feel uncomfortable, this person's going to add that kind of zest to your life. I'm hearing spice up your life from the Spice Girls. And this person is going to be somebody who calls to you. So I am seeing a same-sex connection as well. So obviously some of you guys will obviously be in that. And I do see, because we have the two women here, this feels like a same-sex connection, but of course not everyone. It's just preference. But the main thing I'm feeling is like minus the gender, the energy for both of you is very, very similar. Like when you come together, my legs are tingling, so that's confirmation. When you two come together, the energy is fucking amazing. Like it is just absolute fireworks. It's very spiritual, high vibrational connection. And I do feel like you may meet a same sex person when you are in this connection. So I do feel like you're going to have, say if you are a male, you're going to meet a male friend, and then you're going to have your partner. Then or you are a female meeting a female friend, and then you have your partner. It's like this person does something in your life. It's almost like they trigger you, but it's almost like they are a sign. They're showing me a signpost, like they're navigating you towards a relationship. And it seems as if this person is connected to this person. It could be their friend, it could be their maybe a family member, maybe like a cousin or a brother or something, and it's basically your friend's brother or friend's neighbor or something like that. It isn't anywhere connected to you in terms of like, it's not nowhere near your sphere, so it's no one you know, it's no one who is somebody from like childhood or anything like that. This connection is completely out of anyone you know. So when you come together, it feels fresh, it feels new, and there's absolutely no karma that is going to really trigger you to pull away, or they're going to pull away. Both of you will be ready to start a mature connection, and it feels really great. So the main thing I'm feeling is when it comes to a relationship, the best thing for you to do is to observe and withdraw when it comes to relationships. And this is all relationships. It's family, friends, romantic, work, all that jazz. Because what it's saying is to not get intertwined too much with connections. Because what it does is it makes us feel reliant on a person, and then they can take advantage. So the best thing for you to do is to figure out who you are in a relationship first. How do you feel in this connection that you're going to be in, and how do you feel at the moment? It's really getting you used to like what does my body need right now? Like that's going to be really important, because what it's going to do is it's going to keep you in your body when you come into this connection, and you're not going to be reliant on this person to basically make you happy and make you feel like everything's complete. Yes, of course they're going to bring so much fucking gorgeousness into your life, but what it's going to do is you're going to feel like you know your body enough to figure out whether this is going to be the right connection. So when you meet this person, it's going to feel like, I'm seeing like a gate opening, like could be legs. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys. So I'm saying sorry because it's not an 18 plus reading, but gates, and it's like something I'm saying you're ready. I'm hearing you're ready. I'm also picking up on Archangel Michael. So if you guys are very connected to him, he's really coming in for you, and it's all about the throat chakra. It's getting you really clear, and these three are really important. It's really about you listening to your body, and then that's going to attract in your soul family. Calling your tribe, you don't have to do it alone. And also what I'm feeling with calling your tribe, it's not saying to go out and seek it, it's actually to ask the universe to help you bring it towards you. And honestly guys, I've been doing this for things that I have been manifesting in my life. It works. It actually works, because what it does is it gets you in a ready position to really kind of receive what you're wanting, instead of being like, oh, I'll wait, I don't know when it's actually going to come, but it will come at the right time. And it's like, girl, it's going to come in at the right time for you, and yeah, it's going to be amazing. So okay, so let's have a look into their personality. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some tarot. Okay, group number 1, let's go. Let's see what's happening for your love life. We have perfectionism. Oh girl, that's an intense one. Okay, we have the Fool, trust in the reverse. Wow, throat chakra, hi bitch. We have the Ace of Wands. Pretty sure that's Wands. Triumph. Put those back. I want her. And I want her. Okay, let's get a couple more. Yes, perfect. Okay, so they're saying this is the journey to your soulmate. This is going to be when you're with them. All right, so that's cool. So let's bring these over here, and then we'll see what else we have here. Okay. Ooh. All right, so underneath the deck we have 2 of Gems, change. This feels like it's upright. This feels like there's definitely some changes going on with your finances. That's going to bring you towards the relationship. It's going to get you to really put your boundaries down, really like not lower your standards, basically, to bring up your standards, to make sure that you are really putting yourself first, to really ensure that you are just really putting yourself first, basically. So we have perfectionism, trust, ace of wings, the sun, truth. We then have the charmer. Oh girl, we have the charmer, we have romance with the two of shells, we have the empress, and we have the seven of wings with opposition. So this is going to be, and we're going to have a look at that in a moment. So in terms of when you're going to meet your partner, I do feel like it's around the time when you feel a lot more free. I'm hearing freedom is your best friend. So I'm seeing that there's a sense of trusting that this is going to be how it ends up. I am feeling like a year to about a year and 3 months for you guys. There's a lot of number threes I'm picking up on. So it's definitely about change. There's a lot of changes happening. I do feel like, I'm hearing this sounds so dramatic, but when you see the light of day, this is going to be when your person's coming in. What I'm feeling is when something resolves that you've been waiting for a very, very long time. It feels like you find the career that makes you feel really comfortable, or you find a best friend that you've always wanted to have, you get a home you've always wanted. It's like something just cracks open, and this partner is part of this path. So we have the sun, which feels really, really good. It feels like absolute amazingness. It feels really, really happy, really fun, really gentle. The perfectionism feels like a lot of you guys are so damn hard on yourself. You are not trusting that this person's coming along, and it's because you guys are really putting a lot of pressure on yourself to be a certain way for a relationship, and you do not have to be like that. Okay, this person will love you for exactly who you are, and they're going to come in exactly when you and this person are ready. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, when you're doing it. It's all about being aware of what you're doing and just basically just doing your best and looking after yourself, because at the end of the day, this person isn't going to complete you. They're going to make your life better, but they're not going to be the answer to everything, you know. So what I'm seeing is a lot of you guys are definitely going to have babies. I'm seeing boys and girls for this group. So I'm seeing there possibly could be twins or triplets, especially if you have twins or triplets in your family. Normally I feel like they miss a generation normally. So if you have like grandparents who was a twin or something like that, especially if you are the younger generation, then that could be you who's going to have babies and have twins. So I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you're extremely nurturing people. You're really waiting on somebody who is extremely nurturing as well. You're definitely going to get that. They are going to be absolutely amazing. So we have the charmer, the romance, we have creativity and the empress. This is going to be when you start to see your potential within yourself. So a lot of you guys are extremely creative, and this person's going to be like that as well. They might actually be the complete opposite, in terms of like they have the same attributes as you, but they feel different. They feel like you don't really have to try with them. You just be yourself, and that's just the most amazing thing. I'm feeling like it's a questioning. It's like I'm questioning it. It's like, oh, that's weird. I'm not used to being myself around people. So the charmer and the romance does feel like this person is a bit of a charmer, but it doesn't feel obvious. It feels as if like it's too good to be true, but it's because a lot of you guys have just been doing stuff by yourself for a lot of your life. You just felt like there's no kind of room for another person to come in. So for a lot of you guys, doing things that are creative is going to help bring this relationship in. Things like where you just feel expressive, where there's no kind of ties to it, there's no kind of end result. It's more about just enjoying yourself, and that's the best thing for you to do. I also see like a lot of you guys are going through various different types of transformations. Like a lot of you guys are going through family trauma transformations, you're going through a lot of spiritual transformations, and you're also seeing possible connections in your family that you're kind of letting go of and being really conscious of your energy. So the way you're going to meet your person, let's have a look and see what's going on there. So let's pull some dice to see how is group number one going to meet their person. So we have Aries, lovely. So there could easily be an Aries. We have Neptune, and we also have the 11th house. So this person is definitely going to be through friendship, which is exactly what I was feeling. It's going to be through a friend. It's going to be through social media. It's going to be through a group, something to do with the 11th house. So 11th house is all to do with the internet, groups, friends, stuff like that. Neptune is also to do with spirituality. So once you become much more comfortable with who you are as a person, just even a little bit more comfortable, becoming much more confident with expressing yourself, expressing your creativity, your spirituality, people are going to be drawn to you because they love they love the parts of you that are really, really showing up. And I also see with Aries, you're really starting to just be more headstrong when it comes to groups. I feel like you're speaking up more in groups, you're speaking up more in your work situation. Sorry guys, we just touched the microphone. And with Aries being the first house, a lot of you guys might go through a massive glow up. Are we still using that phrase? I don't know. Basically, you're having a massive glow up with your energy, and it feels like you're just feeling more safe and situated. Like you don't feel like you're clinging on to something outside of you. And you're also changing your body as well. I do feel like a lot of you guys are possibly going to get piercings, tattoos, you're going to possibly gain weight or lose weight. It's something about your energy where you're so much more proud of your body because you've gone through this really big transformation. You could also have been going through some mental health situations, and you're really going to feel much more free. With the Ace of Wings, this is about like this Ace of Wands situation where it just feels freer. I'm seeing you doing this almost like you're swatting stuff away. I'm seeing you swatting away flies, and then you're bringing in butterflies. It's like getting rid of all the rubbish, getting rid of people who are not good for you, and it's drawing in people that are just so much more lovely. Okay, so let's have a look at your person in more detail. Let's see who this person is in terms of their personality and things like that. So let's see, which one do we want to do? Do we want to use this deck? No, let's use this deck. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're going to move these out of the way. Okay, so we have Square. We have Mercury. We have Cancer Sun. Cancer Sun? No, Cancer Moon. Maybe they're a Cancer Sun as well. We have Lilith. And we also have Saturn. Okay, interesting. So we've got quite a lot of big planets in terms of Mercury and Saturn. Those two feel really, really connected to me. There's a lot of like phone calls going on in terms of you and this person like talking to each other and things like that. There's a lot of Skype, Zoom, any sort of communication you can have, you're having it. Both of you are very big chatterboxes. You both love talking. You both absolutely love getting together in groups and friendships are very, very important to you, especially in this lifetime. Friendships are probably one of the most important things to you. You might even have Saturn in your 7th, 8th or 11th house. And I do feel like for you guys, this person is really into technology. They're they're probably quite famous on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. There's somebody who's also really intelligent. They're really, really good with technology. They could easily be an Aquarius as well. There's somebody who thinks outside the box. If they're a male, they feel very feminine, and if they're a female, they feel quite masculine. So just take it as it resonates. The male energy that I'm picking up on, they are really, really in touch with their feminine side. So when they come together with you, whoever this person is, they're very in touch with like either or, whichever side. So if you guys are wanting a male, this person is going to be really nurturing, like super, super nurturing. If you're wanting a female, this person is going to be really determined, really energetic, really energized as well. And they always have projects on. They're quite practical, but they're also quite airy. They do feel more on the air sign like Libras, Aquarius and Gemini. Yeah, that definitely feels like that. And they're also all about like social justice and things like that. They might be somebody who goes and protests or kind of does humanitarian work or works in a charity or something like that. They're very much into technology as well. They might want to make an app or introduce an app into the world at some point. I do feel like they're quite rebellious. They don't like to be told what to do. So in this connection, they would have had to do a lot of work to do with being stubborn. Otherwise, they would just not change at all. So this person and you are both learning to connect to your intimacy side. I won't look too much into that because it's not an 18+ reading, but this is very, very important. You guys have really felt very disconnected from intimacy, and you may have been with partners who just haven't reflected that. Almost like they haven't been able to see how much intimacy means to you. Like you might be very touchy-feely and they just don't reflect that. So the person you're going to meet is really going to be very open about it. They're going to talk to you about it. They're going to make you feel really comfortable, and they're going to make you feel really, really good in terms of safety. They're a homebody. They love being at home. They're somebody who loves to, they love being at home. They love being a carer. Yeah, they might be even be a carer, but I do feel like they care a lot for different types of, they just really care like overall, like they care for their home. They're very clean, they're very tidy, things like that. They can be a little bit perfectionist, but it works for them because it's something that they use in their home. So their house is always very, very tidy. I also feel like this person and you have both learned to work with obsession and obstacles. Like a lot of you guys have really struggled to just kind of let go of things and let things flow. So that's something you both are learning and working through. And both of you are are very excited for this relationship. It feels like this is the first time both of you have actually either had a connection ever, like in terms of a relationship, or this is just the first most maturest connection. That maturest isn't a word, but it is now. Maturest connection. So you both just feel really, really good. Okay, so let's have a look at the connection, guys. Let's see on your side or their side. You can change the story around, so however you feel like it resonates for you. So we have awareness and honesty. That is the what you guys are bringing into the relationship. This person, beautiful. So they have a very gorgeous masculine side that really suits you. Lovely. So a lot of you guys might actually be lacking in masculine energy. You might actually be lacking in that sort of masculine energy that you need. You might be somebody who's around a lot of women or a lot of very feminine people, and you are definitely going to need this energy to kind of balance you out a little bit, because what's happened is you've basically, where you've been around, say, a lot of females or a lot of feminines, is it's really brought up a lot of heartfelt stuff in you, and it's really helped you to heal your emotional side. And then this masculine is going to help you to feel much more confident. It's going to bring in that masculine side that you need. Your person is also going to bring in a sense of freedom for you, so you don't feel so stuck and so confused. And you're going to bring a lot of honesty. You're going to bring a lot of awareness into this relationship. That's because you have a lot of knowledge to share with this person. It's going to be really, really freeing for them as well. So both of you are going to be very chatty. This is kind of your main way that you communicate, through your throat. So it's going to be through singing, possibly psychic abilities. I do feel like for some of you guys, it could be you're both an actor, a singer, social media person. It could be you're a podcaster, I don't know. But whatever it is, the throat chakra is the main thing. And because we had a lot of air, that makes a lot of sense, because it is about communication, things like that. So it could be that both of you have air Venus or air Mars or air Moon, so something like that. So let's have a look at the relationship and what is it going to bring for you. So I feel like for you guys, the type of person I'm picking up on is someone who's very quite nerdy. They feel quite thin. But obviously healthy thin. They're quite thin. Their body's quite narrow, like quite straight down. And I do feel like this person has dark black hair and brown hair. I'm not picking up on any other colours. Yeah, I'm picking up on green eyes as well. They have like speckles in their eyes. Some of you guys, it's blue eyes as well. Okay, so we have believe. Lovely, that's gorgeous. Let's bring these out a little bit. The believe is really important, because a lot of you guys have, especially if you guys want children. I know I try to avoid saying the word family, because family can mean really anything, but believe is really about you guys having the dream and actually getting it. So a lot of you guys, it's permission as well. Bringing in permission. This is what it's going to give you. It's going to give you permission to be yourself. We have grace. Lovely. That's beautiful. Beautiful. We then have nurture. We have newness and lessons. Actually, I feel like those two are swapped. No. Okay. So newness and lessons, that could also be on either side. So the divine masculine has a lot of lessons that they've had to learn, and they're kind of releasing that before coming into this relationship. And you are coming in with a lot more knowledge around newness, like especially if you're a fixed sign and you struggle to actually change your routine, the newness is going to be something that's going to really bring in a lot of guidance for you. So we then have patience as well. So patience is kind of an interesting thing. It's kind of like we have to really let go of the outcome. So patience for you guys, this person's going to be very patient, but it's also going to be, you feel really safe with them. So there's no kind of worries in this relationship, which is very, very nice. And I think a lot of you guys really, really deserve this. So hello again, group number 1. I'm going to pull you some extra cards, because I did this with group number 2 and I'm really vibing with this deck. So I'm going to pull you some extra messages for your partnership. And I feel like we need to go more into the relationship more. So we're going to have a look and see what else we have. So we have Pluto. We have the waning crescent. We have Sagittarius. I'm hearing this person shooting their shot and aiming and like getting there. They might actually really be into archery or something. I'm seeing a double fire sign connection here as well. Then we have Neptune. For some of you guys, this person works in a burger stand, or something to do with food, like could be McDonald's or something like that. Then we have lunar eclipse and waning gibbous. So there's a lot of waning ones. So there's something about needing to complete a cycle before this person comes in. And the lunar eclipse is about accepting your vulnerability and letting your vulnerability come through, which is really nice. Let's see a little bit more about this person. So like I said, there could be a Sag, there could be a Leo. There's someone who's very, very deep. They like to look at the depth. They like to look at the things underneath, which is really great. They like to unlock things. There's somebody who gets so much satisfaction out of unlocking stuff. So they could even be a locksmith, just to put it really bluntly, but also they could be really into astrology or medical things. They love looking at like what's underneath it, what is causing this issue. I swear I used this word in the group today, so we'll see. Can't always tell when I'm channeling. Sometimes I forget what I'm saying. Okay, so let's see. Oh, a lot of you guys have definitely had to protect yourself and been very resistant to relationships. You've had a little bit of jealousy or possibly a third party issue in some of your connections. That's not even going to be a thing anymore. You've done a lot of the healing around that, which is really fucking great. I'm very proud of you, I'm hearing. There's a lot of animals to do with four-legged animals. Like we've got a tiger here, we've got some antelope, we've got a bull. So any kind of animal with 4 legs that you feel is quite like a big significance, like an animal you wouldn't normally see, that is a sign. So if you see a stag or a deer or an antelope, that is a big, big sign for you. And I'm also seeing like a dog as well. That's like kind of like scaring away the antelope. So what I'm seeing is it's like your inner child is quite scared of being vulnerable when it comes to a relationship, but you're going to so enjoy this. This is going to be amazing. It's going to be a really, really comfortable connection where you feel like you can just do whatever, and you know, you're not worrying about what they think of you or what they're going to do. It's like you just feel safe and comfortable, safe and great. It feels great. I'm hearing saving grace. It's like they feel great for you, and they're really going to encourage you to be really expressive. So things like, you know, dancing around the kitchen naked, or you know, like kind of leaving the door open when you're pooping and things like that. Why I thought of stuff like that, but things like that, you just get to do whatever you want because that's who you naturally are. You know, maybe you're the sort of person who likes leaving the door open when you poop, but it just feels like this relaxed energy. It feels great. So have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Let's get started with your reading, my lovelies. So you guys chose the beautiful pink opal, which says be kind to yourself. So we're going to have a look at some advice in terms of your love life, and then we're going to see who this person is that you're attracting. So the main energy we have is boundaries. We then have fluorite, find peace within. That's great. And then we have the seeker and the self-love. Does that go over there or there? Okay, so the main thing that I'm really being drawn to is self-love. So boundaries are really, really, really about self-love. If you have strong boundaries, it's because you really love yourself. Sometimes if you've been through trauma, it takes a lot of energy to be kind to yourself. I don't like the fact that when people say be yourself, they expect you to just know exactly what you're talking about. Sometimes I say this, but when I say it, I mean that it's really important to listen to your body and to look in your past and to really recognise why you are the way you are. A lot of it's to do with childhood trauma and things like that. So for you guys, it's really, really important for you to find self-love for yourself before meeting this relationship. So self-love can come in so many different effing ways. So it doesn't have to be that you know yourself fully, everything's great, everything's sunshine and rainbows, but it definitely is about you guys feeling more peaceful with your boundaries and kind of deciding and making choices for yourself. So if you're somebody who does definitely struggle making choices, this is going to be something that you possibly might need to work through or look at. So at the end of the day, it's all about being kind to yourself. So we're not meant to be perfect. We're not meant to be in terms of like, you know, perfectionistic or a straight line. You know, we are perfect already. You know, it's just a society that makes us feel like poo-poo. So where do you need to establish better boundaries? So is there any person in your life you feel there's something that's off, something needs to be set in stone? So boundaries can be just saying yes and no when you mean it. It can basically turning off your phone. It can be putting your phone away from you. It can be having a routine. It can be checking in with your body every now and then. It can be listening to your intuition. These are really just important things. It's just basically being aware of the signs and the symbols. So for a lot of you guys, you'll learn to let go of red flags. A lot of you guys have definitely been drawn to people with very, very powerful in your face red flags, but you haven't been able to see them because that's normal for you, because possibly you've been brought up with a kind of family that kind of had a lot of trauma, that had a lot of worries, and it was normal for you. So something that is going to be really good for you is when you start to find peace. This person is going to be very, very peaceful. They're going to be somebody who makes you feel really good, and all your chakras are going to be so friggin' aligned. It's going to be amazing. So basically we have the seeker. So the universe, guides, your intuition already knows that you're on your way to meeting your person. You're already seeking them out. They're already on their way. And it's because this self-love journey's really come into play. That is why this person's on their way, because basically it's all connected to each other. So the seeker is also about being open to this person coming in. So a lot of you guys definitely struggle with being connected to someone for quite a long time, being committed, because there is this fear of possibly them leaving or not being around for too long. So what's gonna happen for you guys is really kind of trusting this person. And what's going to happen is when you do that, you're going to let yourself open up to more love, and you're going to feel really effing good. And this partner will not make you feel uncomfortable. They are really, really trusting. They make you feel really safe, and they understand you really well. And because both of you are very, very similar, I do feel like this is your crystal and this is theirs. You both need peace, because a lot of your family life has been very traumatic, or you've just had a lot of uncomfortable relationships and you're just done with it. So a lot of you guys are also, I'm picking up on baby energy. I'm seeing some of you guys maybe having a baby. I'm picking up on a girl specifically. So if you guys would like to have children, or you think or children is in the cards for you, then definitely it could be a girl. So I'm seeing a lot of you guys are also working on, with that in mind, menstrual energy, especially if you're, of course, if you're a female, working on your ovaries or something like that, doing something around that area. Maybe you are really looking after your hormones, or you're making sure you're having the vitamins and kind of, you know, regulating your emotions. Things like niacin, I mean, I'm not a health practitioner, but niacin no flush for me is really, really good. Of course, you know, consult your doctor if you're ever concerned, but it's a natural tablet as long as you get it in the most natural way. It's really good at helping you regulate hormones. I think it's just like a really strong vitamin B, and for me it's really, really helped me, especially with like seasonal depression and stuff. So if you guys need just something to help you, I would say just, you know, don't be afraid and don't judge yourself. I feel like a lot of you guys may even take medication or something like that, and you're really judging yourself. You're like, oh, what if my partner thinks I'm weird for taking this or looking like this? It's like, girl, if they don't love you for all of you, what the fuck is the point in them being in your life? You're not meant to give a part of you. You're meant to give everything. Like, not even like, you're not give it over, but share it. You're meant to share everything and share your whole personality. Like, what is the point in giving them half of you? You know, that's it's like giving someone half a piece of cake. It's like, no, give me the full one, bitch. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys are very, very empathic. You're very gentle. And a lot of you guys have been taken for a ride with that. A lot of people have really taken advantage of you. And you're really learning to set those boundaries. And that, yeah, that's actually what that's about as well. It's actually energetic boundaries. Cutting cords is a really good advice for you guys, especially if you have had a lot of connections with people recently and you just kind of need to let that go. Okay, so let's have a look and see how you're going to meet this person and any extra info. How are you going to meet your person? We have Jupiter. We got Leo, and we have the 10th house. A lot of you guys, this feels really like thick energy, really, really, really thick. A lot of you guys, this person is fucking stubborn. A lot of you guys, this person is so stubborn. This person is, yeah, their energy is really rock solid. So it's almost like you can't push them over, but also you literally cannot push them. So they're somebody who, they're very self-aware actually, which is really good for someone who is a fixed sign as well, because fixed signs can be too fixated, which, hi, I'm a fixed sign, I'm a Scorpio, so I know, bitch. But Leo energy is very, very powerful. It's very like open. It's also very open-hearted. So the way you're going to meet your person is when you start to let yourself just let go more, in terms of like you just go towards things that really, that you're not hesitating. And it comes from really looking after your body. Like if you're feeling resistant in any way to something, there's a part of you that's like, okay, I need to take a break. So it's really letting yourself be creative. It does feel like a creative career as well. The 10th house, I'm not feeling is just about career. It feels like to do with masculine energy, because the 10th house is really about that structure. You know, 10 is like a new energy. 10 is like strong foundations. So this person, I'm seeing them standing in front of me, and they look like a male. So those of you who want a male, this is who I'm connected to. They look like they're a male. And they're just standing right there and they're not moving, and they're waiting for you. That is so cute. They're literally waiting for you. They're like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, why are you worrying? So this person is very reliable. They actually feel like a relationship. So if you've never had one, or you've never felt like you've really had one, where you want like a more kind of more ascended one. You want, is that a word, ascended? You want a relationship that feels more mature. You want someone who's going to be really reliable. This is this person. They're very, very fixated. They're either a Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio, Virgo, and I want to say Pisces. I do feel like they're a little bit of Capricorn in there as well. Not a lot of fire, even though we do have Leo. They do feel more earthy. They're like effing grounded. Like I can't push them. They're very, very stuck. So what I'm seeing is there's somebody who's into fitness. They like to really work on their abs, their biceps, their hair. I'm also seeing, so I'm seeing if, I know it sounds really weird to say, I don't want to say it seem like, you know, male to female, but I'm seeing if they're more on the feminine side, or, you know, female. I do feel hairdresser, and they do with stuff with the hair or cosmetics or the body. So I do feel like if they're a woman, they will be more doing a career in the body. Could be something to do with like Reiki, to being a tattoo artist, to being a nail technician. And then if they're a male, I do see them being more in a position of a leader. So like a fitness instructor, yoga instructor, maybe could have been in the army, something like that. They feel more stuck, like the male feels more masculine and the female feels more feminine. That's why I'm seeing more of like quote unquote masculine feminine jobs. But of course, you know, you can get a male being a hairdresser, you know, that's just based, I'll leave that there. So that's what I'm feeling. I feel like a lot of you guys could meet this person through doing an activity that you just do on a whim, and you basically see your person there. I do feel like a lot of you guys could be through a yoga practice. So say if you go to a yoga class and you're really resistant to it, you meet this person, you're like, damn, they are really attractive. And what's going to happen is, a really nice thing I'm seeing is when your energies interact, it's kind of like the Matrix. We have like the two, like the couple, and they have to come together. It's like whenever the two energies come together, you're naturally drawn to each other. So it's not going to be like you have to play hard to get, or you have to really put effort in. And this is a really actually profound message that my guides are really telling me. They're showing me that if you're actually around someone that's actually really good for you, then you don't actually have to try. I'm not saying actually a lot, but it's because I'm channeling. You actually don't have to try a lot. So what it's going to do is, it's kind of like when you kind of come in and say if they're standing over here, they'll feel your energy, and they'll literally automatically look, and you'll both be automatically drawn to each other. It's not like you have to pursue them, you have to talk to them. It's energetic, and it feels really cool. Like, I haven't experienced this before, but when you do automatically get connected to people, even if it's over the internet, you know, especially if it's on like Instagram or Facebook or social media, we are automatically drawn to each other, but it's not so physical, because obviously we're not physically looking at each other. But that's kind of what I'm seeing. It's like, say if this person is a fitness instructor, or they're in front of you and they're kind of in a class, their energy will be automatically shifted. It's almost like a switch, and they will constantly keep being drawn to you. Like, you cannot miss this person. I don't know, I hope that makes sense, because it feels really, really easy and really good. So we have the full moon. So a lot of you guys, it sounds so random. If you are a woman, I do feel like you're going to get your period on the full moon. If you have that, that's just a sign that this is your reading. Because some of you guys, we are very connected to the moon. So, you know. So I do feel like a lot of you guys will do a lot of changes on a full moon. There will be a massive shift in your relationships on a full moon. It's because your energy is revving up, especially if you're very sensitive to the moon. That makes a lot of sense. So this person has very strong Pisces energy. They're extremely intuitive. That's why the energy is so important in this relationship, because that's something that they're really connected to, if they know it or not. This person is most likely in some sort of spiritual career. If they're not, as I say, they do something with the body. So it's really interesting, because as I was saying that, the male and the female jobs, I do feel like they're both to do with the body, but the masculine is more to do with the inner body, and the woman is more to do with the outer body. So yeah, that's actually really interesting. I like that message. So, okay, so Uranus, innovation, discovery, and then we have solar eclipse, embracing change, revelations, courage, determination, and connection. So I want to see if we can get a couple more zodiac signs, if there's anything else that wants to come out. Whoa, okay. So we have the solar eclipse, and we have Sagittarius. We'll see what else wants to come through. So the solar eclipse is showing me that there's going to be a lot of clear energy, like both you're going to feel very, very clear. We have Virgo. So they're not going to show us any zodiac signs. We're just going to leave that for now. But those are the zodiac signs that I was picking up on. This person loves water. They possibly live near water or a beach. I'm hearing like places like San Francisco. I don't know if there's water near there. That's kind of just what I heard San Fran. So if some of you guys who are in San Francisco, hello. That's definitely your message today. So let's have a look and see what else we have here. So The Pisces energy, I'm just going to feel what, there's something here I want to like look into. They could be a musician for some of you guys. This Pisces energy is really powerful. So I'm hearing make me a mixtape. This person might make you a mixtape. That is so cute. They're really into like 90s and 80s music as well. I'm just hearing the song Kitty After Dark. I'm pretty sure that's a song, or that's the title of the song. But it also kind of, it kind of reminds me of the music like Stranger Things, like the theme song. That synth, like this person likes synth kind of music. They are very empathic. I feel like one of these could be them and one of these could be you. So I feel like they're more of the square, you're more of the sextile. You're more somebody who's kind of like this, you can kind of just adapt better. But this person's more of the kind of straight down the line. So that feels more like they are more of the masculine type. And sometimes it feels, it's almost like I'm hearing they need you. They need your energy to kind of balance that masculine and feminine out, which is really, really nice. It's just this energy of like both of you really connected to each other, and there's no kind of judgment or worrying or anything like that. So let's have a look and see what else we have here. So, okay, they're telling me to pull some more zodiac signs. So I'm going to try it with the other deck and we'll see what wants to come out with this one. Let's see if there's any other zodiac signs. Okay, so we have Uranus. There we go, a Pisces. Okay, so they definitely wanted me to use a different deck. Sometimes Spirit is really resistant and they're like, nope, use a different deck. Okay, yeah, they're definitely in the house of the body. Yeah, that's the 6th house of the body. Okay, so I'm going to pull one more card. Oops, lovely. So we have the 5th house, the 9th house, 6th and the 8th house. So we have 5th, 6th, 8th and 9th. So this person does a lot of traveling. They're somebody who's very worldwide. They love languages. They don't look like they're from the country that you're in. They're from like a different place. It's probably because their parents were from a different country, or one of their parents was from a different country. And they're also all about balance. Their kind of job, their kind of their life purpose is to really do things with the body. They're very much into helping people heal, helping people balance themselves out. I'm hearing we're a very unbalanced society, so this person's really making it known that, you know, they want to make the society a better place. So they're showing me some different cards. This wasn't coming out for group number 1, so we'll pull some of these cards as well and we'll see what other ones want to come out. Okay, we have independence. Yeah, they're very independent. We have endurance. Let's pull these up a little bit. So the endurance card is showing me, like I said, about the human body. It's this kind of like, they do kind of assert their dominance. They are somebody who wants to be very independent. So, you know, if you have had codependency tendencies, then you're going to learn to be more independent with yourself. And what's really lovely is you can trust this person, so you won't have any worries, you won't have those anxieties and things like that. Because I feel like codependency definitely comes from trauma, but it also comes from people being very, very unreliable. Like if you're somebody who has quite an anxious attachment style, first of all, that comes from childhood, but secondly, it's to do with the fact that that person might not actually be that reliable. If someone makes you feel safe, they make you feel safe, you know, that's just the end of it. So they're very generous. They like to stand up for what they believe in. There's somebody who also likes a lot of order. They are very, very, I'm hearing the word plastic. I don't know what that, yeah, they like things that are very kind of well put together. They don't like things being like fake, but I'm just hearing the word plastic. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, I'm just seeing like things very well put together. So they're somebody who's really worked on their transformation. They help people transform, and they're also extremely creative. So that's really, really good. Okie dokie. So let's have a look at your relationship with each other. I'm seeing a lot of kissing. There's a lot of kissing with you two. You might actually kiss the first time you meet each other, which is very unlike you, I feel. I'm hearing because I'm hearing I'm not that confident. So it's almost going to be the universe going to be like push you together sort of thing, which is something I've definitely realised. If something's meant to happen, the universe kind of just plops it in there and you don't even realise it happens. It's almost like you black out. If any of you guys have dealt with that, let me know, because I've definitely dealt with that, and it's kind of like, it's almost like you black out. It's really, really strange. Okay, so we have integrity. This relationship is built on integrity, which is so good. The energy of integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by high moral standards. Yes, this person has very high standards. Not to say that they can't meet them. It's more to do with the fact they're really protecting themselves, but it's good. It's good protection. Good, good, good. So we have reflection and commitment. I'll try not to say anything dirty about protection, so I'm going to not go there. Okay, I think we're due for an 18+ reading soon. All right, so we have reflection and commitment, and then we have intimacy and romantic love. This person is so Taurusy, it's actually unreal. Like, they have such a big heart. Taurusy, Leo, like, they have such a big heart. They're so patient. They're so family orientated. They love groups. They love connections. They're just so open-hearted. And all they've wanted in this life is romantic love. They've wanted anything romantic, anything that just combines together, anything to do with love and balance and Venus energy. I feel like this side feels more kind of Mercurial and Mars. This feels more kind of Venus-y. So depending on who you feel is the right person, if you're this side or this side, just take it as it resonates. This side feels very like they're in their head a lot, but very, very committed. Like you want commitment, like in this relationship. This side is normally the viewer, so I'm just going to take it as it resonates. So the reflection and the commitment, a lot of you guys have definitely seen a lot of your reflections in other people. The fact that people haven't been committed to you is definitely one big thing. It's showing you how committed you are to yourself. If someone's not going to be committed to you, that is completely their choice, and it doesn't mean that it's anything to do with you. It really is to do with them. If they're not committed to you, then they're not worth your time. You know, you want somebody who's really going to be with you and for you. And at the end of the day, if someone has let you go or someone has ghosted you, then they are basically trash because they haven't realized your worth. And if you keep, if you keep chasing them, then you're not going to realise your worth. So if that is for some of you guys who, you know, whoever that is for. So last one, I'm seeing, this is so random, but for some of you guys, I'm seeing like an elf village. Like, I'm just going to say it, I'm seeing like a Smurf village. You and this person might like Smurfs, or I'm hearing like Miffy. Oh my God, I haven't seen Miffy since I was like 3. Is it Miffy? It's like a little rabbit. I'm also hearing like Hello Kitty and things like that. So that might be a sign for you guys. It could be an omen. I mean, most of the time my random messages resonate for someone somewhere. So yeah, it's almost like both of you are like cultivating a really cute little house with each other. You might want a little hobbit house when you grow old together. You want like a really simple life. So both of you are definite creators. You're both extremely passionate about life. You're both very creative and innovative. You love inventing and projects and things like that. Extremely nurturing. You're going to feel really worthy in this connection because you feel worthy before coming into it, which is perfect. And then we have expansion. I'm hearing energy lasts longer than you think. So if you guys definitely, I think definitely a lot of you guys are getting really aware of your energy, where you're putting it, what you're doing with it, things like that, especially intimate wise and with a family or people you live with. It's getting very, very important. Then you have joy and believe. So believing is something that it can be really hard to believe that this person is actually going to come in. But the thing is when this person arrives, it will take you a little bit of time to kind of think, is this the right person? But it will be the right person because it will just feel right. It will just feel easy. And I'm hearing, yes, it feels easy. No, don't worry. Okay, so rates and my crystal shop are down below. Have a lovely day and I'll speak to you soon. Much love. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading, my lovelies. Let's get started. So you guys chose a beautiful rhodochrosite. Remember your worth. Beautiful. And then we have shungite. Detoxify your life. Oh, I love shungite. Okay, we then have trust your path. This feels so soothing to me. I love this. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? We then have a get creative, the sage, and we have the outlaw. Oh, those two go really, really well together. My body just did a big tingle. Ooh, tingle, tingle. Okay, so the outlaw and trust your path. So this is going to be the advice for your future partner coming in. So a lot of you guys are very untrusting of your path right now. You really do feel like everything just is so stuck. A lot of you guys are really not feeling very supported in your connections, and just feeling like quite alone. Your path is changing. I'm hearing at your feet. Like everything is really, really changing to the point where your cells are pretty much changing. And it feels like, because I'm hearing yeah, changing at a deep cellular level. A lot of you guys are having to really do a lot of deep inner changes to manifest this new partnership, and it's worth it. Everything you're going through, you're meant to go through, so you're not going to actually miss out on anything. So is there something that you could be doing right now where it will really support you in this process? So if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And a lot of you guys are definitely leaning on your self-worth right now. This person who you're going to be with is going to make you feel so beautiful. And what I love about this is a lot of you guys really, really want to have a relationship. Like, you possibly have put a lot of emphasis on it. You possibly maybe even bashed yourself, like, oh, I'm never going to get anyone, blah, blah, blah. And you've possibly gone through lots of different emotions, lots of different processes. So the main thing I'm feeling, oh my God, I've literally just forgotten. Oh my God, it literally went, oh, Mercury is so annoying. It's like literally doing something in the astral realm right now. Oh, I am not for it. Okay guys, I'm sorry, I can't remember what I was saying, but basically detoxifying your life is really, really important. So things like really being aware of how much time you're on your phone, how much time you're working, how much time you're thinking about work, how much time you're thinking about a certain person or a certain situation. Stop ruminating on that certain situation. I'm feeling like, just do whatever you can to make yourself feel comfortable in that moment. So another thing also is get creative. You have so much power when you're creative. It's all about you guys really expressing yourself, and it's about coming back to your authentic, your inner child, your happiness, your lighter side of you. You guys can really bring yourselves down, because a lot of you guys really do struggle with self-worth. So when it comes to get creative, this is going to manifest your partner, and because they're going to see you in your authentic light. It could even be you go to like a class, or I'm seeing you dancing and someone sees you and they're smiling at you, and they really love that. They just love how much fun you're having. They want to have someone fun in their life, and you are that person. So bringing in that fun is going to be really, really helpful for you. This can be as simple as going for a run, going for a walk, talking to a friend. It could be even just binging out and watching something and not thinking about something. That could be getting creative, because what it does is it allows your brain to just kind of relax. A lot of you guys do need to relax a bit more. So things like with the outlaw, you're learning to tread some new paths. So the outlaw is basically doing something that is out of societal norms, essentially, out of your norm. So this is about you stepping into unknown territory. What it's going to do is you are definitely leaning into a different part of your life. So say if you have you've lost some friends maybe, or you're struggling with money, or you're just struggling with something at the moment, you are having to really lean into your trust, and that is absolutely what is meant to be happening. What it's doing is it's actually paving a new path. What I'm seeing is you've always paved the same path and you never get anywhere new, and you keep attracting the same person or the same type of situation, and what it does is it makes you feel rubbish. Then you go into this cycle of like feeling depressed or sad, and then you go around again. What we're doing, I'm hearing, is you're putting on some new shoes. I'm hearing put some new shoes on. I love that song. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, I'm hearing my Sunday shoes. There's something about you guys like really being conscious of where you're putting your energy and where your thoughts are, because what you're doing is you're really not going back to your old patterns, and this is then bringing in some new lovely, I'm hearing nerve endings. There's a lot of like stuff going on in your brain where things are being rewritten, which is fucking amazing. And what it's doing is you're basically ascending, putting it like simply, you're basically ascending. It doesn't feel very simple, but it is. And you've come up to a lot of obstacles, but what it's doing is it keeps getting you to remember your self-worth. It's like a reminder, it's like an alarm clock. And alarm clocks can be pretty effing annoying, especially if you don't want to get up. So when it comes to your self-worth, it really is about like setting those boundaries, or it's just talking really nicely to yourself, because we can only do so much, guys. Like, we are human beings, we have flaws, but we're also fucking amazing. Like, we can change in like 2 days. We can literally completely change our life up in like 10 minutes. So really try and support yourself. Sorry guys, I've got a cough. My throat chakra's doing something. The outlaw is basically saying as well is new territory doesn't have to be scary. This is actually really exciting, because what it's doing is it's proving to you that things are changing. Even though they're hard right now, they might have to be hard so you can get on that new path. And then I'm hearing you're not actually leaving anything behind. What it's doing, it's actually transmuting. It's kind of like you're the alchemist. So you could even be a Scorpio watching this as well, or a Capricorn or Virgo. And there's a sense of really, really being conscious of shifting stuff. I also feel like I'm just hearing, yes, things are hard right now, but they're different. I'm hearing they're different, are they not? So it's like if things are different, but they're also really hard, it's actually a good thing. My guides are being really like blunt in this reading because they're trying to get that kind of like, they're trying to prove to you that things are changing in the most positive way. Okay, so let's get you some more info. Let's get you some tarot. Oh, this person is so handsome. Oh, girl. I'm seeing a man and he's tall and he's got black hair, really exotic eyes. Like the eyes are just slightly turned up at the corners. Really beautiful. They kind of remind me of Aladdin. Just really, I'm hearing the word exotic. So when I say exotic, I mean they're not from the country that you're in, or they feel very like completely different to whoever you've been around. So I'm very British. So exotic to me is kind of like Egyptian, you know, like very far away from my country. That's kind of sort of vibe I'm getting. Of course, if you're not into men, just take it as it resonates. Your woman or the sort of person you want will be exactly who you want. But I'm just feeling exotic. They feel very fun, their energy feels fucking easy, like really, really, really easy. Oh, you guys are going through a lot of stress. Stress. Lots of stress. Do we want her? No, we don't want her. Okay, let's put her back. Some of you guys might meet this person at a wedding. Yeah, you might meet this person at a wedding. I'm hearing you like talking to somebody over like really loud music and you're shouting at them. You're saying, I've never been here before. I've never been here before. Have you been here before? That's sort of conversation I'm hearing going on. That's really funny. I love that. Oh, the Tower, the Devil. Yes. Oh, girl, we are changing things up. We are getting things moving. Yes, Queen. I love that. Oh, I love that. This is like you. Look at this person like, oh, girl, I want a bit of that. Yeah, this is a really easy relationship. You don't have to really do anything apart from just look after yourself, give yourself a lot of self-love. Self-love can also be things like therapy, by the way, guys, and exercise. You know, it doesn't have to be having a bath or, you know, doing a journal. It can be literally anything where you're consciously consciously or filling up your cup, essentially. But it can take practice, so just listen to yourself with it. Beautiful. We have attraction, then we have sacrifice. So a lot of you guys have felt like you've had to sacrifice yourself to be in a relationship, and you don't have to do that anymore. Like I'm hearing it wasn't worth it, but that's what you felt like you needed to do in the moment. A lot of you guys, no more fear around relationships, no more fear. It's like, I'm just going to let the universe guide me, and that's beautiful. That's where we want to be. Okay, so before we get into this, let's get some astrology dice. Let's see how you're going to meet your person, how they're going to meet the person. Some of you guys might be religious. You might actually be Buddhist or Sikh or spiritual, Christian, you know, any of those, or your person might be those, or they might have been that. So there's a lot of there's some sort of religious aspect. It could just be spirituality anyway. Okay, so we have Taurus, we have the 6th house, and you have Saturn. Okay, so this person, I'm hearing your partner's giving you advice and saying, look after your body now. So when you kind of get into connections, you're kind of an all or nothing person. Sometimes when it comes to connections, you kind of just go in all together. So when it comes to this relationship, it's going to be really different. You're going to have the urge to do it, but you're not going to do that because it kind of feels like you sacrifice yourself. So you're going to be really easy on your body. You might even be doing a career in the body. It could be like a nurse, a doctor, fitness instructor, yoga instructor, Reiki practitioner. They could be doing that as well. This person is all about stability. What they're doing is, I'm hearing they're building a foundation. They could literally be a builder as well. But the way you're going to meet them is going to be when you are just in a very stable place. I'm hearing just when the universe knows that you're ready. It just feels very synchronistic. There isn't any rush. Not to say it's not going to come quickly, because I do feel like it could come in at least like 3 months if you're ready for it. But what I'm hearing is it's going to be when it's just the right timing. It's not going to be when things are going to just shake. It's not going to shake things up to the point where you're stressing out, because you're going through a lot of stress anyway. And then we have the Ace of Gems. So this is to do with reward. So what I'm seeing is, make sure you're rewarding yourself, guys, because a lot of you guys are very strong perfectionists, and perfectionists can be amazing because you guys do an amazing job, but it also can be like you're really hard on yourself. We have the Queen of Roses and the Tower. So a lot of you guys are leaning into being more of a leader, and it's bringing in this person. We then have Seduction with the Devil, which I actually really love. I love the Devil card. I get a lot of satisfaction out of that, because what it does is it's showing you that things are shifting, and this person's very stable. They do feel more earthy. I'm getting a lot of Taurus here. We have Taurus in the dice as well. We have Virgo with the 6th house, Saturn with Capricorn. So you've got all 3 earth signs here, which is really amazing. This person might have a cat or a dog. and you just really vibe with this animal, and this animal really loves you. I can see like a cat, like you're walking into this person's like apartment or house. I actually have a house burning, which is so interesting. You're walking into this person's house and the cat is like leaning its body up. You know when they do that kind of thing where they go into your legs and kind of lean in? They're doing that and it's really cute. And I'm hearing, oh, he doesn't really like that many people. And you're like, yeah, I'm a cat person. So yeah, or I'm an empath. So yeah, it's that sort of thing. I really love that. So the Tower here is really interesting. A lot of you guys are, well, actually it feels like this person, they're talking about the person. Your future partner's really dealing with a lot of intimacy stuff. I'm trying not to get too detailed. It's not an 18+ reading, but they're really dealing with intimacy and the way they deal with intimacy, where they deal with that sort of topic. And okay, anything they do with their clothes off, let's just say, that's the sort of stuff that they're working through. And what it's doing is they're doing a lot of healing around that as well. And they're also working on some really deep scorpionic stuff, like very raw stuff. So I'm hearing it's a good job you're not with them at the moment, because it will be quite destructive. They're going through a destructive time, but they're breaking down barriers, which is really great. Especially if they're a male, like there's a lot of stigma around masculines and intimacy and sex and stuff like that. This is something they're really letting go of, and they're kind of their vibrations like rising up as well. And obviously I'm females as well, but the masculine energy is what I'm picking up on. So you are the Queen of Roses. I'm picking up this person's the King of Shells. So you are more of the feminine, you're more of the nurturer, the carer. They are more of the practical, and they do wear their heart on their sleeve, but they're very kind of logical, and it's going to help you to balance you out, which is really great. So I love that. That's really nice. I'm also seeing a lot of you guys need to do a shopping spree, or you're kind of working on your money. You might be really saving up for something. I'm hearing a car or a house or something that's quite practical. It feels big, but it's not too much of a big deal. It's like it's needed to happen sort of thing to get you to, you know, a good place in your life. So let's have a look and see what else is about this person. What star signs, anything else? So we have sextile. So this person's quite responsible, and this person's going to get you to be more responsible with your body, possibly, you know, what you eat or what you do with your body or things like that. This person is very, very, I'm hearing open, their eyes are wide open, they're very intuitive. Oh, this is so cute. I'm seeing like when, for some of you guys, obviously very specific message, some of you guys when you're about 10 years old, you may have already met this person, but you won't remember them. I do feel like they were somebody you're meant to be with, but it wasn't the right timing yet. It had to be when you were older. So what I'm seeing is I'm also seeing that when you were 10 years old, your spirit, your soul and their soul were kind of talking to each other, and you were getting ready to meet each other. And I feel like this person could have been about 5 years older than you. So of course that would have been a bit weird if you were like 10 years old, but like your energies are very, very connected. Like it's such a spiritual thing. It's almost hard to explain because it's so high vibrational. I don't actually understand it. My human brain can't comprehend what they're trying to show me. But what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing you as a young person. I'm going to say girl or guy, whoever you are. I'm seeing a young girl, and she's 10 years old, and she's like playing with her like Barbie dolls. I'm seeing this man like above her, and he's this lovely angelic person, and he's kind of like watching over her, and it feels as if that's the soul of the person that you're going to meet. It doesn't feel like an angel. It doesn't feel like they're, you know, not on this earth. They are very much on this earth, but it feels as if this person is planning to meet this, you know, young girl when they're like, you know, 10 to 15 years older. It feels really like specific. So I'm sorry if you guys, if you're not resonating with this. If you're not, obviously move on to another group, or, you know, stay if there's other messages you feel drawn to. But it's just like, it's such a specific message. It feels really right though. So that's really great. Beautiful. That's definitely something both of you will learn to work with. Expressing yourself. Express. Obviously not to the wrong people, because that can make you feel even worse. That make you feel poo-poo. But this energy is lovely. It feels really, really great. And this person is so fun. They're very sexual as well. So just putting that out there. That's what I'm going to say for that. I think we're due for an 18+ reading, guys. I keep getting like 18+ messages very, very strongly. Okay, so let's get you a couple of star sign. Let's actually move on. Let's pull these cards away, and we'll get some more. So is there anything else here? Yeah, they wear their heart on their sleeve. This relationship is going to come in really randomly. Uranus is all about randomness and kind of like just innovation and stuff like that. And I also feel as if when this relationship comes in, you're going to be like, why was I stressing out so much? You're like, why was I stressing out so much? That's so weird. And it's because, yeah, because you've learned a lot. You're meant to learn. You're meant to learn about yourself before coming into this connection. And my throat chakra is really hurting. So you might actually, your throat might start hurting when you meet this person, because it's just a sign. It's just something up as a sign from your guides. You have a lot of guides and angels around you. Do you want all of these? Yes. Okay. So third house, first quarter, we have waxing crescent. We've got a Gemini. Wow. We got a lot of moons. Wow. Whoa. I was not expecting that. So this person could be a Gemini as well. We also have the third house of Gemini. So that's great. I'm hearing tiptoe. Oh, interesting. Oh, we got an Aries. And we've got Luna. Well, of course we have Luna. We've got a lot of moons here, guys. You guys are very moon connected. You might actually get a moon necklace, a moon bracelet. And we have, of course, we have the full moon. Very big synchronicities, which is lovely. So the moon energy, can you tell me what that's about, please? These are all the phases that you're going to go through. Interesting. So is there going to be any significant on this day? They're saying no, but it's something to do with the moon. Like it's a significant moon. Okay. They're not going to tell me what it is, but you'll know when you meet this person. Okay, so it's a mystery. All right. So we have achievement. I'll bring these cards up a little bit. So the achievement, this person is so financially orientated. They really like to have stability in terms of finances. They're a go-getter. They're not someone who's quote unquote like lazy. They're not someone who is always sitting around doing nothing. They're always thinking. They're very practical, Capricorn. Very intuitive. I'm a lot like you. I'm hearing the song, I'm just like you, you're just like me. Guys, I'm sorry, I love Barbie films, okay? I'm not even afraid to say that. They're actually so good. If you've never watched a Barbie film and you're really into girly stuff, I highly recommend. The stories are top notch. Okay, so we have, that might be a fact you don't know about me right now. So we have optimism, we have impulsiveness and revenge. This is so intense. You guys, your relationships, no wonder you feel like you can't connect to people. Like, oh, you've been through so much drama. So there's a lot of intensity. Both of you are really, really intense. The intimacy is going to be amazing because you both have like very high, drives. And yeah, there's just a real intensity. There's no kind of like, there is like, a man holding a head and stuff. So I think there's actually a famous statue like that. I can't remember. It might be, is it Goliath? I actually don't know. Anyway, and basically this feels good. Even though we have impulsiveness and revenge, it feels good. It's like this person can handle their stuff. Oh, that's good. They're not reflecting. They're not projecting their stuff onto you. That is great. We love that. Yeah, this person is very internal, very mature. I love this person. They're great. Very happy for you guys. So we also have numbers. I'm picking up, and they're saying show them the numbers. So we have 4, 10, 1, 8 and 9. These two significantly, 1, 4 and 10 feel really significant. That could be your door number when you move in with each other if you want to. That could be a number in their phone, or that could be on their phone number. They could have a lot of 1s and 0s. Could be a time. Could be when the moon is full, something like that. It's like so many different things. Pick up on the Simpsons for you guys. Lots of cute little random messages for this group. Okay, let's pull you some more cards. So we have authenticity. So this is what you are bringing into the connection. Feel free to swap around the characters here. So we have, oh, lovely. Oh, I love this. So because you guys have felt there's such a deep intimacy with both of you, I'm hearing congratulations, because a lot of you guys have definitely stopped yourself from being intimate. You've stopped yourself from, I knew we were going to get a chakra. You've stopped yourself from being intimate because there's a sense of like, I don't know if I can trust me or this person. What you've done is you're actually going really deep with yourself, and you're looking at the parts of you that scare you a lot, and you're becoming much more authentic. Maybe you've really upped your self-care, or you're really like going deep within your childhood and things like that. But however it's come about, it's really bringing romantic love for you. And this person that you're coming into, this person has very, very, very balanced divine feminine, whether they're male or female. Their divine feminine is gorgeous. So if they're a male, Their divine feminine is just so lovely. Like, they just care for you, they love you so much, but they're very masculine, but their feminine's very balanced, which is really great. If they are female, their feminine is very kind of in the forefront, so they're very nurturing, but they're also very brave and honest, and they also really assert themselves very, very well. Their throat chakra is something that this person has been working on and are going to bring in. They always talk about how they really feel, and it's not intense, it's not to the point where it's sharp, it's very kind of balanced. It's like, I'm listening, I'm here for you guys. This is actually really intense. When I actually think about this relationship so much, it's actually so big. It's actually really like, it's a lot. Like, you might feel quite scared of this connection because it's so real. Like, you haven't had this connection before. But I'm just saying, like, it's just amazing. I'm just saying, be brave and be bold, and just getting past that kind of like 3-week mark. You're going to know each other about 3 weeks. It's going to get a little bit scary because it's like, oh shit, this is like really, really real. But what it is, it's like, this is what love is, guys. Love is amazing. This is why I love doing these love readings, because I can just feel like the intensity. It feels beautiful. Like, it feels like a breath of fresh air. It feels like fresh water as well. It feels absolutely lovely. It feels natural. So both of you are very, very balanced. This relationship is so kind, so gentle, and both of you just really want to improve yourself. So because you have that in common, you're both going to be really well together, going to go really well together. Both of you like cooking. I'm hearing pancakes. You like cooking pancakes. Okay. I'm hearing a mess. So you guys might have to mess things up before you get together. So you might be in a bit of a mess before you meet them, in the sense that you might just feel really confused. Whoa, my third eye. When I pulled this intuitive card, my third eye just went whoop, whoop. Wow, you're going to know this person's going to be like, oh my God, that's the one. Your intuition is going to be like, that is the one, that is the one, that is the one. And you can be like, oh my God. If you're like me, you can talk to your intuition. It's really, really weird sometimes because you're like, oh, okay. Is this the one? I don't know. Yeah, you guys are feeling so safe. Your dreams are going to be on fire. Fire, fire, fire. You might dream about children before you have a child. So that's going to be really fun. We have becoming as well. And then we have calling and heal. Your guys' calling is to heal and help people. And also what's lovely is because you're natural healers, it comes extremely natural to you. And you feel really safe with this person. The dream energy is really nice. It's like, it feels really easy. It's kind of like when you dream, things just flow. Obviously depending on what you're dreaming about. But you will start to dream quite interesting things, and you're going to get a lot of omens. There's going to be a lot of horses. There's going to be a lot of open space in your dreams. There's going to be a lot of green. There's going to be a lot of male energy. So it depends on who you're attracted to. Say if you're attracted to women, there'll be more women. If you're attracted to men, there'll be more men. But what they're going to do is they're going to show you how easy it is to be around that type of energy. Especially if you have been around a lot of men, or you've been around a lot of women, more than not. It's going to show you like it's safe to venture into that as well. Especially if you've been hurt by a man, or especially if you've been hurt by a lot of women. It really does knock our confidence in terms of being in a connection with someone like that. But what it's going to do is I'm hearing it's sending signals. It's getting you ready for opening up, which is great. So have a lovely day. Rates and crystal shop is down below, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 4. So those of you who chose the blue lace agate, find your calm. This is your group. Okay, so let's see what other cards we have. I'm going to have a look into your future partner. We're going to have a look at the advice first. And we're going to see what wants to come out for you guys. Align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? I'm hearing, wow, that really resonated. So for some of you guys, there might be something you really need to change. Speak your truth. Oh, this is one of my favourite cards. Yes. That one. And let's get you another one. Get you one. Let's be even on both sides. So this is a Threads of Fate Oracle that I'm using here. I'm seeing a circle and a line through it. Okay, we have Ascension and we have Reflect. So underneath the deck we have Fate, which is in the reverse, but what it's showing me is that you'll learn to trust your fate. You'll learn to trust what's going on. A lot of you guys, I'm hearing lots of different words. I'm hearing you've had premonitions of your partner, so you might already have an idea of what this person's going to look like or who they are. And what I'm seeing is a lot of you guys, well, you're very intuitive. You kind of get an idea, you kind of get a feel for who this person is. But I'm also just seeing that there's definitely some things that are aligning for you so you can feel more comfortable in a relationship. I'm hearing it's not just about the relationship, it's about feeling comfortable. It's about knowing where to establish yourself, how to set your boundaries, especially for a lot of you guys. I'm picking up that you might not have a job at the moment, and a lot of you guys are kind of like, oh, you know, I'll get a relationship first. It's all about you getting there first. So concentrate on one thing at a time. You know, you might even get a relationship before you have a career, or before you get that job that you really want. But what I'm seeing is, stop distracting yourself. My throat is going to keep playing out, guys, because you got some 2 blue throat chakra cards. I'm sorry if that's annoying. But a lot of you guys are definitely being asked to stop distracting yourself. This is probably going to be for a lot of you guys where when you kind of overthink, you either get really worried, you kind of start to distract yourself, you know, scroll on TikTok or Instagram. I mean, I wouldn't even recommend TikTok. I think it's not very good. It's very corrupt. But anyway, yeah, things like that, you kind of distract yourself. So it's one thing I'm hearing is to really learn to calm yourself down, like by doing EFT and things like that, because what this is doing is it's getting you to regulate your emotions. So when you meet your person, you're nice and relaxed, you're ready, and you're not in kind of this fear or fight or flight energy, okay? Also in fawn as well. Fawn is kind of a dangerous one to be in, especially for you guys, because it's really hard to like really assert your boundaries and things like that. You're also learning to have a better understanding of your relationship with men and masculines. Most likely if you guys are wanting to be with a male or a masculine energy, because what I'm seeing is a lot of you guys have, and I don't like this wording they're telling me, but I'm going to say it anyway, like a broken relationship with, I mean, we have this broken energy here. It's like broken relationship with a masculine or a father figure in your life, and it's really reflected into your relationship. So if you guys are wanting a male, you are definitely looking at your relationship you've had to your father figure, and if you are wanting a female, you're looking at the relationship you have with your mother figure and how that's really shaping your relationships. Are you asserting yourself? Was one of your family members really like not there for you, and that's why you kind of go towards unavailable people? It's things like that, like they're all very connected, and it can be really uncomfortable to look into. But if it ever pops up, if any kind of messages pop up intuitively, if you really look into them, it's all about reflecting. And when you do that, you become closer and closer to the next person. I'm hearing, can you see how the necks are crossing? That's so, I love this. This is amazing. So I love how we had the 2 throat chakra crystals. We've got sodalite, we've got blue lace agate. And can you see how the throats are like crossing over? So what I'm seeing is this is going to be the main kind of important step to meeting your person, balancing out your throat chakra, balancing out the way you speak to yourself, the way you speak to others. Are you being truthful? Is there any kind of deceitfulness? I mean, sometimes if we're doing it kind of subconsciously out of fear or out of safety, you know, we don't always realise. But what it is, it's basically about really being honest. And if someone isn't getting your honesty, they're not the right person to be around. You know, I'm talking about people where, you know, it's a safe space to do it. Or it's also about transforming the relationships you have in your life. You know, we can't always be in the same place all the time, because when one of us evolves, the other one needs to kind of line up. So it's kind of like when you're in a relationship, you come in this same place, and then if one person evolves quicker, the other person has to catch up, and it's kind of like this. And sometimes people get stuck. So it's kind of like the energy with relationships around you as well, not just romantic. So I'm actually picking up on clear quartz as well. So I'm going to recommend you that for you guys as well. It's about you like clearing out your energy. A lot of you guys feel very stuffed up sometimes. So a lot of you guys, we have ascension, so a lot of you guys are ascending, and you're being asked to take some risks in your connections. I'm going to give you some very strong advice, is what they're saying to me, is where are you putting your boundaries down with your family? So people who are very, very close to you, or people you live with, or people you're with on a daily, could be school friends, could be college friends, could be work people, work colleagues or work friends. People you're around a lot, especially if they are blood related to you. I'm hearing you are not obligated to be around people who make you feel unsafe. And what I'm hearing is people might not like what you say at first, especially if they're used to kind of walking on you and just doing what they want. What this is doing is it's getting you to be aligned to who you really are. And a lot of the time, most of the time, is we're in these situations because we feel that's where our self-worth is. And if we've been treated really badly, especially from our past or childhood, we're going to believe that that's where our worth is. And it's not. It actually isn't. And most of the time, us empaths or highly sensitives are the ones that gets it the most, because we come in on this unconditional level. where we just want to love and be loved, and people aren't like that because they've had their trauma and they're just expressing it and projecting it. Actually not expressing, more like projecting. So what I'm hearing is you're really getting grounded in your throat. You're really getting grounded in your root as well. Your root in your heart and your throat, and you're really expressing how you feel, and it's scary. It feels scary, but it's not actually that scary. What it is, it's doing you to get used to just really being honest. Like, what's the point in lying to yourself or avoiding? You can't avoid for the rest of your life because you're not going to get that person that you really want. And this is all about you getting the relationship that you deserve and you really, really want. And this, I love how we have a lot of purple. It's really clear to me that this is so meant to be, because whenever I get purple energy, it feels very like destined. It's very like amethyst. I actually have an amethyst here. It kind of reminds me of this certain colour. It's very, very destined. This energy is very like crown chakra. Very much like, yes, it feels hard, but on a spiritual level, it's all literally meant to be, okay? So I'm seeing you kind of find the cracks, things between the cracks, like reading between the lines. And what it's doing is every time you kind of get into an argument or a situation, try to be as present as possible. If someone's coming at you, you know, obviously walk away if you need to, but don't ever feel afraid to speak your truth. If someone isn't getting it, not everyone does, but if someone isn't getting it, what this is doing is it's preparing you for any time you need to speak your truth in your next partnership. You're going to be able to do it, and you're going to be able to be in your body. You're going to be very present. You're not going to be able to run away or force yourself out of the situation. And what this is going to getting you to be a brave, I'm hearing, it sounds really weird to say, but a brave little girl. I'm hearing it's kind of like for a lot of you guys, this is very strong inner child stuff, and your inner child just wants to be loved. She just wants to be happy, you know, or he or she wants to be happy. And the best thing you can do is give yourself that love, and also do things for your inner child to do, you know, like have fun, like buy yourself, you know, a teddy, or like some beautiful like jewelry or something that makes you feel like you're dressing up and being this fun inner child again, because it's kind of like it's fun child. It's like play more, bring play in, because what it's doing is sometimes life gets so serious, especially if you're adulting or learning to adult, as we all are. I mean, some of you guys in your 50s and 60s are still learning to adult. You know, we're all still learning every single day. So yeah, really, really deep messages, guys. So, yeah, let's have a look and see what else we have here. So I'm seeing you guys putting on a jumper, and it's very thick. It kind of reminds me of like Scandinavian, Scandinavian kind of like textures and like kind of designs. So it feels like a lot of you guys, this person you're going to be with is possibly European, Scandinavian, or you both are going to meet in like the winter time, or you might meet in a country that has a lot of snow. I'm here in the Netherlands as well, so that's obviously for some of you guys. Your person does definitely feel like they are European. They have very delicate features, not like thick hair, quite fine hair. They have fine eyebrows, like light to medium brown hair. I'm hearing mousy blonde. I'm actually feeling very, very pale blonde, white blonde or grey. So more on the lighter side of the hair colours. This person you're going to be with might have a type of hair colour that you've never been with someone like that. So they might have really like dead straight hair, extremely curly hair, you know, blonde hair. You know, they could have a hair colour or a hairstyle that you possibly might not even find attractive at first. It might be like, oh, I've never been with someone like that. But what their energy is, it's like their energy is just so beautiful. You're like, nah, you don't even think about it. It's like they just feel really, really perfect for you, and it feels really great. But what I'm seeing is it's kind of like it's different, but it's good. It's like a good different. Sometimes we have to feel like good different is good, because we're so used to kind of like the usual everyday things that we always do. Okay, let's see how you're going to meet your person. Perfect. This is lovely. This person is very watery, Cancer. We have the beautiful South Node. This person is definitely the right one for you. Very stable. They're a stable, emotional person, which is everyone's dream. I feel everyone needs that in a connection. So they can handle a lot of stressful situations. The way you're going to meet them is when you meet your heart. When you let down those walls, let down, I don't know why I had a little accent there, let down your walls. And also I'm seeing the second house of money and incomes. And what this is also stability. It's the house of Taurus. It's what we value. It's our material possession. So what this energy is doing is it's shifting you to a safer place where your inner child feels good to express, and you're able to really be yourself. I'm also seeing a lot of you guys are going to be in a career that you feel really comfortable in, and both you and your person are really going to thrive. I'm seeing you both on like a farm. You're both just living your best life off the grid. So some of you guys might be going off the grid at some point, just like deciding to do that, or you might be having like a little shed down the garden, or there's something, or you might like live in a tent or something like that for a while. You might even go on a road trip and meet this person. I'm seeing like two couples together, and they are like exploring. Both of them are in vans, and they're both kind of like wearing a lot of like, you know, brands like Trespass and North Face, pretty sure it's called. Like a lot of kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but trekking wear, like hiking wear. And both of you have met through a certain reason, and they're not showing me what the reason is, but you're meeting very easily, and you both love the outdoors. You both love exploring nature. One of you might be more ethereal, so you might like the fairies and kind of the more sensitive side of nature. The other might be more practical, might be more into kind of like survival, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just hearing off the grid, which is really good. I feel like this is a really good energy for you guys to be in, because it's also quite a different relationship. A lot of you guys have kind of tried to force the connections you've been in sometimes, maybe not even realising. And yeah, it's kind of made you feel like you're never good enough, or you never meet the right person. But those people were not serving you, I'm hearing, and they weren't serving you. In some ways, yes, but you are the queen. You're the queen girl. You're the leader. You're here to lead. And I'm seeing you're going to do a lot more things. You're going to enjoy a lot more things in your life. Things are going to start to become a lot more easier for you. Oops, that's the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so we have crossroads. That makes sense, because I'm seeing a lot of roads, a lot of like trekking, a lot of like exploring. I'm hearing the song. It's from, it sounds so weird, but like Mr. Bean's Holiday, and I don't know what the song is called. I'm trying not to sing it, otherwise I'm going to get copyrighted. But it's from Mr. Bean's Holiday, and he's like cycling really fast. So if any of you guys want to look the song up, this is kind of like a song that's like really fast paced, and it kind of reminds me of like traveling and stuff. I'm seeing you like on a road trip and doing like really cool montages and stuff. So you have the Fool. A lot of you guys really can't trust your future at the moment. It's because you're in a state of like confusion. It's okay. You're not meant to know exactly where you're going. Everything is in flux. So just take it as it resonates, guys. Really take it slowly as well, and just be really kind to yourself. So, okay, so your person and you are very similar. You are quite not far away, but you are on the end of the spread. So you're at the start, they're really at the end. So what I'm seeing is this is your path to meeting them. So we have crossroads, fulfillment, the empath, obsession, passion, anxiety, and the motivator. Your person is very motivated, and they also motivate you as well. So you're the leader in the connection, they are the motivator. They're somebody who is really positive. They have a gorgeous positive attitude, very happy, very like, they have very white light around them, like a strong white light and strong yellow light. Very, very lovely. They just want the best. Both of you are very strong empaths. Yeah, I keep seeing a lot of you guys are really working on your career. You're very in between careers at the moment, or in between jobs. Or you're still finding your feet with money. A lot of you guys, you don't have to worry about that too much. Of course, worrying doesn't really do anything, but we do it naturally because, you know, it's what we do. But something that's really going to help you is to come into your passions and come away from the obsession about wondering what's going to happen. You can actually start something now if you want to do that. If you want to have your own, if you want to work for yourself, you can actually start something now. There's a lot of anxiety around starting something new, and I do feel like you're going to meet your person through, not through career, but it's attached to the career. So it's like when you have a better relationship with your life purpose / career, you then meet this person along the way because they have the very similar interests. Like both of you have really similar interests. I'm picking up one of you, I'm picking up on possibly you. You're the one who is really interested in clothing. Like I keep seeing like brands like Trespass and things like that. You might be somebody who is really into clothing. You might have a fashion course going on right now or something like that. But whatever it is, you're very, very creative. And this person is so fascinated by that in you. They love how creative you are. And the 7th house that we had just now is all about relationships. So they are really ready for a relationship with you. And it just feels so perfect for you. Honestly, it's just absolutely amazing. So let's get you some more cards. Let's have a look and see what's going on with this person and who they are. So I'm picking up a lot of P. We have P with Pallas Athene, but this person's name might begin with P or N. I'm hearing P-N-O-Q. Yeah. Okay, I'm picking up on a 3-letter name as well. So that could be an indication. I'm picking up on a Chinese name, so that they could have, they may be Chinese, their parents may be Chinese. They may actually have like an American or British or, you know, like quite like a Western name, and then they may have their like international like Chinese name as well. So I know you can do that. I mean, I'm very British, so I have one name. So if you guys maybe have that, you may attract someone who also has that with their name as well. They might have like 3 different names. Okay, so we have retrograde, we've got Venus. This person's so explorative. You and this person, wow, you love to travel. You have no queries about traveling. You love it. You absolutely love it. You're never anxious about it. It's so fun for you. Palace Athene is really great. You both get a lot of satisfaction out of traveling, and you may travel for a career. Of course, you know, it's quite hard to do that at the moment, but if you can, then that's what you're doing. You love commuting, you love talking to people, you love languages and exploration. A lot of 8th to 9th house energy, so a lot to do with money, but also to do with like travel and cross-cultural relations, religion, learning, ethics, stuff like that. Like, you're absolutely fascinated by that. It's very kind of Libran, where you're very kind of accepting, and this person's very accepting of different cultures, and just really like is easygoing. Like, they are somebody who can talk to anyone. I'm hearing can talk the hind legs off a donkey, which is that's a British quote, I don't know, but a lot of people I've heard have said that. So we have the 5th house of Leo. This person isn't very serious. They're very light-hearted. They feel very Sag, Gemini, Leo, very gentle, can be a little bit childish, but that's something that they're going to learn to kind of work with. You're more of the mature one in the connection. They are very gentle. They can be very serious, but they are learning to be more kind of mature as the years go on. This person, I feel like I'm hearing, is going to find themselves around their 40s. So however old they are, that could be when they have their spiritual awakening or something like that. So random. My guides are so funny. They're saying, I know which colour to paint the walls. So this person is like, they suddenly know, they've suddenly made a decision on something. So this person, they could be saying that now, they could be painting their house, but I feel like it's kind of like a metaphor, just kind of like deciding which direction they want to go in. This definitely feels like career stuff as well, and because you guys had that too, that makes a lot of sense. I also feel like this person is very, very gentle. They're really, really good at making stuff. They love making stuff with their hands. They could be a jeweler. I'm hearing they work with like fiberglass. They could also be a sculptor, a pottery maker, and they also love doing things with their hand, like sketching, creating woodwork, stuff like that. They're just really into anything that involves making and creating stuff, and I think this would be very, very good for you guys, especially if you do want to be off the grid. It's going to be very helpful. This person also likes hunting and stuff like that, so if that's not your vibe, of course take it as it resonates, but very helpful. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the home. Like, there's someone very stable, and they're very into things like that, very like earthy qualities. Got Mercury, we have the full moon, we have waxing gibbous, and we have Cancer. This person's very nurturing. I feel like this Cancer energy is so strong in this reading. So Cancers can be very like babyish if they're not balanced. So this is kind of this thing that they're working with, because they're very moony. Like, they have a lot of moon in their energy, which means they're very intuitive, but they can get very overwhelmed. So I feel like you're the more practical one in the connection, and they're more of the emotional one. So just take it as it resonates. But this person is definitely a homebody. They love traveling and everything, but they are also like a strong homebody. This could even be 2 different people. So for some of you guys, this person's going to be a homebody. For some of you guys, this person's going to be about travel. But I do feel like they will travel more as they get older. But one thing is they get a lot of knowledge out of traveling. They get a lot of knowledge out of talking to lots of different people. And they're also, they've got a lot of Capricorn and Cancer and Gemini in their 12th house. So they definitely deal with a lot of transformation through talking to people. They can also help people by talking to them. So it's like it changes their energy. I'm hearing it changes the state of the energy. Like, kind of like an alchemist, basically. Okay, so let's move these up here. We have the card of Principles. This person has very high standards. They can block them sometimes because they're quite stubborn, but they're very head orientated. They think a lot. They're very logical. They're really good with money. They're really good at kind of logically thinking themselves out of a problem. Very organised, very peaceful. They love peace and harmony and things like that. Very strong Taurus-y, Libran vibes. They're a very, very strong companion in terms of like they're always thinking of you. They're very excited when they see you. They're somebody who is also very popular with people. You might think, wow, this person has a lot of friends, but what it is like people really attracted to their energy. They might be a manifestor or manifesting generator in human design. Their energy is their kind of most powerful quality. Then we have Resistance. This person is quite resistant to new opportunities, but what's going to do is, because your energy is very kind of fluid, it's going to help them to become a lot more easygoing. So it's kind of like they're easygoing, but they are stubborn in other ways. So this is something they've definitely been learning. But also with the companionship and the excitement, they really, really love anything to do with working with people and kind of helping people out. And they're very much into like charity work and things like that. So in terms of them getting money, they might be working at a coffee shop right now. So you could even meet them somewhere like that. Yeah, that could be something where you meet them. So sorry if you heard a weird noise, guys. That's me picking up my cards. Okay, so we have, oh, lovely. You guys are definitely the more kind of like, I want to say masculine, but yeah, let's just say that. So more of the masculine energy. So just take it as it resonates. I just feel like you guys are more of the kind of practical. So both of you are very similar. You're both practical and easygoing, but also not. That makes sense. So it's like you're both stubborn, but also easygoing in some areas. So yeah, just take it as it resonates, guys. Both very fluid. Both very, very fluid, because you're both really similar. That's why you're, you know, that's why obviously why you're coming together. Seeing a lot of blue in this relationship. So the main thing for you both to do is just surrender to the moment. That's definitely something you're both going to be learning, and to connect to yourself. To connect to the things that you really, really love. For you guys, obviously swap around the characters if and when you feel drawn to. Intuition, a lot of you guys are learning to become more intuitive, more in tune with your intuition. Your person, really intuitive, but definitely lacks structure. So this person is definitely learning to work with freedom, but also being very in touch with their body, being really grounded. They love kind of unions. They love anything to do with relationships. This person's always, like I said, they're always talking to people. And you're definitely working on becoming more comfortable with your status, or like say if you are unemployed or you're always struggling with money, you're really working with that and what you've dealt with in the past, especially to do with money. Any struggles you've had with money, you're really working with that. We have worthy, expansion. Yeah, a lot of you guys, when you come into the relationship, which is what this is about here, you're going to be feeling really trusting. Because what it's going to do is it's going to expand your energy. It's going to be quite a lot of babies very early on. So make sure you got the protection, girl. Because I feel like there's going to be a lot of babies who want to come into this family here. Yeah, permission to be yourself. Both of you are going to have a calling. You might even have a career once you've met this person. Because what it is it's going to help you to kind of figure out what you want. But it's going to be a very authentic connection. It's not going to be out of fear or feeling like insecure or feeling really lack. It's going to be at the right time for you. So whenever it's going to be the right time, that's when it's going to happen. A very peaceful connection, really abundant, lots and lots of young children running around, like kids and young people. So you might even be a teacher or something like that. You might even teach in a different country or something. But whatever it is, guys, you guys are really connected and you're both very intuitive. So I would not be surprised if you've dreamt about this person or you've already seen them kind of in your third eye. I don't think you know this person. Like, I don't think you have seen them before. But they are very similar to someone you even knew. Now there's somebody who you, okay, they just feel very familiar. That's just what they're saying. They feel very familiar, very kind of old soul, kind of past life stuff. So have a lovely day. My rates and my crystal shop is down below and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.